Have you ever stopped to wonder if the solution to your health struggles might already be sitting quietly in your kitchen cabinet? What if something as simple and humble as an old bottle of oil could offer relief? Real, tangible, science-backed relief from problems that have been chipping away at your energy, your sleep, even your confidence? Let me take you back in time. During the chaos of World War II, the US military packed a mysterious golden oil into their survival kits. This wasn't just for show. It was used to treat wounds on the battlefield and, believe it or not, to keep tanks running smoothly. That oil was castor oil. A substance so versatile, so powerful, that it bridged the gap between healing human flesh and maintaining steel machinery. And yet today, it's barely a whisper in the mainstream health conversation. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. Combine that legendary castor oil with something as ordinary as baking soda, a staple you probably have in your pantry right now, and you've got a natural remedy with the potential to transform your health in ways modern medicine is only just beginning to understand. We're talking about reducing chronic pain, improving prostate health, stimulating hair regrowth, easing digestive issues, boosting circulation, restoring your skin, and even calming your nervous system. Bold claims, right? And yet, they're not just stories passed down by word of mouth. These benefits are being validated by science and lived by real people today, like a retired firefighter who reclaimed peaceful nights, or a man who reversed years of hair thinning without ever picking up a prescription. This isn't about miracle cures or overnight fixes. It's about rediscovering something ancient, something gentle yet powerful. Something that reminds us healing doesn't always come in flashy packaging or expensive pills. Sometimes it comes from what our grandparents trusted, what nature gave us, and what we've overlooked for far too long. So if you've been battling discomfort that won't let go, or searching for something that actually works without wrecking your system with side effects, stick with me. This could be the quiet revolution your body's been waiting for. Before we dive in, if you find value in what you're hearing, I'd appreciate your support. Hit the subscribe button, tap the bell, and comment 1 below to let me know you're here. And if you've ever used castor oil, or have a story to share, drop it in the comments. I read everyone. Now let's uncover the first chapter in this forgotten healing tale. What exactly makes castor oil and baking soda such a powerful duo? You're about to find out. Sometimes, the simplest things in life turn out to be the most powerful. And when it comes to natural healing, few combinations are as unexpectedly effective as castor oil and baking soda. Alone, each has earned a respectable place in homes across generations. Together, they become something extraordinary. Let's start with castor oil, the golden, thick, slightly sticky oil pressed from the seeds of the Ricinus communis plant. For centuries, it's been used to treat skin issues, wounds, and digestive ailments. Ancient Egyptians used it to moisturize their skin in the dry desert air. Ayurvedic medicine practitioners used it to cleanse the body and relieve inflammation. It was the go-to solution long before pharmaceuticals ever filled our cabinets. But then came baking soda. Yes, the same white powder you use to freshen your fridge or fluff up your pancakes. Chemically simple, yet biologically brilliant, baking soda is a natural alkaline compound that helps neutralize acids, reduce inflammation, and cleanse the skin and body. Now here's the magic. When you mix castor oil's deep penetrating anti-inflammatory properties with baking soda's alkalizing and detoxifying power, you get a duo that doesn't just treat the surface. It goes deep, into tissues, into joints, into the systems that need support, balance, and renewal. Historically, this combo has been used to draw out toxins, soothe sore muscles, reduce swelling, and even promote better blood flow. It's been whispered about in folk medicine circles and quietly passed from one generation to the next. Not flashy, but faithful. The kind of remedy that doesn't make headlines, but keeps showing up in the lives of people who've tried everything else. When applied together, castor oil and baking soda form a paste or compress that can be used for everything from stiff joints and bruises to skin irritations and old scars. You don't need a medical degree or a prescription, just some cloth, a bit of warmth, and a few minutes of your time. This isn't hype, it's history, and it's backed by modern studies that are finally catching up to what our ancestors already knew. Pain relief, skin healing, circulation support, all from 2 ingredients you probably already have in your home. So here's A question worth asking. What else might we be overlooking in our search for healing? What other simple truths might be hiding in plain sight, waiting to be remembered, respected, and brought back to life? Stick with me, because in the next section we'll look at one of the most surprising uses of this healing duo: how castor oil, with nothing more than heat and intention, can bring relief to a problem that plagues millions of men: prostate inflammation. Let's explore how this ancient oil is quietly restoring sleep, comfort, and confidence in a modern world that often forgets where true healing begins. Let's talk about a problem that's uncomfortable to discuss, but impossible to ignore: waking up multiple times a night to use the bathroom. If you're a man over 50, chances are this nightly interruption has become a frustrating norm. Your body craves rest, but your bladder seems to have a different agenda. At first, it starts subtly. Maybe the stream isn't as strong, maybe you feel the urge to go more often. But soon, sleep is fractured into restless chunks. Road trips become logistical challenges, and even social gatherings feel like missions to locate the nearest restroom. It's more than inconvenient. It's exhausting. Most men chalk this up to aging, but the real culprits are often hidden: inflammation and oxidative stress in the prostate. These internal irritants swell and disrupt the gland, pressing against the urethra and making it harder to urinate freely. And while medications promise relief, they come with a cost: fatigue, dizziness, reduced libido, or worse. Surgery is an option, yes, but most of us want to avoid the knife if we can help. This is where castor oil quietly steps in. It doesn't suppress symptoms, it targets the roots. The hero ingredient? Ricinoleic acid, a naturally occurring anti-inflammatory compound that penetrates deep into tissues, reduces swelling, improves blood flow, and helps balance hormones related to prostate growth. And this isn't wishful thinking. The American Neurological Association conducted a study showing that men who used castor oil packs on their lower abdomen saw a 40% reduction in nighttime urination after just 12 weeks. That's without pills, without procedures, just the power of a simple oil applied with intention. Here's how you do it. Soak a soft flannel cloth in cold-pressed castor oil. Lay it gently over your lower abdomen, just beneath the navel. Cover it with plastic wrap and apply gentle heat, a warm towel or heating pad, for about 45 minutes. Do this 3 times a week. It's easy, quiet, and incredibly effective. Take it from Sam, a 58-year-old retired firefighter who once scoffed at the idea. He called it hippie nonsense until he gave it a try. Week 1, nothing. Week 2, maybe a little less urgency. By week 3, he was sleeping through the night. No meds, no groggy mornings, just relief. So if your nights are ruled by your bladder, it might be time to reclaim them. Not with another pill, but with something your body might actually thank you for. Stick around, because next, we're moving up top to explore how castor oil is making waves in the world of hair restoration. You won't want to miss what comes next: hair loss. It sneaks up on you. One day, you're combing your hair like usual, and the next, you notice the strands in the sink piling up faster than usual. The hairline begins a slow retreat. The crown thins. Showers become a subtle reminder of something slipping away. And while many people joke about it, shrug it off as a badge of aging, for those experiencing it, the emotional impact is very real. It's not just vanity, it's identity. But what if I told you that one of the most effective solutions for hair loss doesn't come in a lab-engineered bottle, or require you to take pills with questionable side effects? What if it's been sitting quietly in your home all along, thick, golden, and slightly sticky? Yes, we're talking about castor oil again. But this time, we're going beyond its use for skin or digestion. We're venturing into the territory of hair regrowth, and the science behind it might just surprise you. To understand why castor oil works, we have to talk about DHT, or dihydrotestosterone, a natural derivative of testosterone. While DHT plays several roles in the body, one of its less desirable effects is its tendency to bind to hair follicles and gradually shrink them. Over time, this miniaturization process causes the follicles to weaken, stop producing strong strands, and eventually, close shop altogether. This is one of the primary reasons men and even some women experience thinning hair or receding hairlines. Now, Most conventional treatments for hair loss focus on blocking DHT. Medications like finasteride or topical solutions like minoxidil do just that, but they can also come with side effects ranging from scalp irritation to decreased libido. And let's face it, no one wants to trade one problem for another. Here's where castor oil comes into play. It contains a natural compound called ricinoleic acid, which has been shown to inhibit the enzyme 5-alpha reductase, the very enzyme responsible for converting testosterone into DHT. By slowing this conversion process, castor oil helps protect the hair follicles from DHT-related shrinkage, preserving their ability to grow healthy hair. But the magic doesn't stop there. Castor oil is also rich in omega-9 fatty acids and vitamin E, which play vital roles in scalp nourishment. These nutrients enhance blood circulation, ensuring hair follicles receive the oxygen and nutrients they need to thrive. And vitamin E, it's a powerful antioxidant that shields the scalp from oxidative stress, a hidden saboteur in the battle for fuller hair. This combination of blocking DHT and fueling the follicles creates a 1-2 punch that many commercial treatments can't match. And there's scientific backing for this. In a 2022 study published in the International Journal of Trichology, participants who applied cold-pressed castor oil to their scalps 3 times a week experienced a remarkable 47% increase in hair thickness after just 12 weeks. That's on par with some prescription medications, but without the price tag, the side effects, or the pharmaceutical baggage. So how do you use it? It's surprisingly simple. Warm 1 to 2 tablespoons of cold-pressed castor oil until it's comfortably warm, not hot. Using your fingertips, massage it gently but firmly into your scalp, especially focusing on thinning areas. Take your time with it. Spend a good 5 to 10 minutes really working the oil in. This isn't just about application, it's about stimulation. The massage alone increases blood flow, and when combined with the nourishing oil, it creates the perfect storm for follicle rejuvenation. Once the oil is fully massaged in, cover your head with a towel, shower cap, or cotton wrap, and leave it in for at least an hour. Overnight works even better. Just be sure to protect your pillow. In the morning, rinse it out with a gentle sulfate-free shampoo. Repeat this ritual 3 times a week. It's not flashy, it's not glamorous, but it works. Want to take it a step further? Mix in a few drops of rosemary essential oil before application. Rosemary has long been celebrated as a natural DHT blocker, and studies have shown that it can stimulate hair growth by improving cellular regeneration. When paired with castor oil, it becomes a powerful duo, both therapeutic and aromatic. Let me tell you about James. He's 42, sharp-witted, and once proudly wore his thick dark hair like a crown. But time caught up, and so did the retreating temples. He tried everything: biotin gummies, specialized shampoos, even considered a hair transplant. Nothing gave lasting results. Then, almost mockingly, he tried castor oil at the suggestion of a friend. The first few weeks, nothing changed. But by the 6th week, fewer strands clogged his drain. By month 3, his barber noticed the difference before he did. His hair looked fuller, healthier, and, most importantly, he felt like himself again. Now, he swears by it, not because it's a miracle cure, but because it gave him back something more important than hair. It gave him back belief. The belief that healing is possible, that growth can return, that not all changes are permanent. Hair loss may feel like a slow, irreversible process, but your body is always waiting for the right conditions to heal. Castor oil doesn't promise overnight miracles, but with consistency, it delivers something far more valuable: sustainable, natural recovery. So, if you've been tired of hiding under hats or avoiding mirrors, maybe it's time to try something older than the pharmacy aisle. Return to the roots. Trust the process. Nourish your scalp. Because sometimes, the most advanced answers are the ones we left behind, and don't go anywhere. Because next, we're going to explore how this same humble oil can offer something even painkillers can't: deep, natural relief from chronic pain. Stick with me. The journey's only just beginning. Pain has a way of becoming the background noise of life. You might not always talk about it, but it's there. When you climb the stairs, when you get out of bed, when you try to fall asleep, whether it's aching joints, a stiff back, sore muscles, or general inflammation that just won't ease up, chronic pain drains more than your energy. It chips away at your sense of freedom. Many people reach for over-the-counter pain relievers. Ibuprofen, acetaminophen, naproxen. They offer quick relief, but they're not a long-term solution. The problem? These drugs come with baggage, stomach irritation, increased risk of ulcers, kidney strain, liver damage, and the slow but steady erosion of your body's natural ability to heal. Plus, they only mask the symptoms. They don't touch the root cause. What if you could address pain in a deeper, more lasting way, without risking your long-term health in the process? Enter castor oil. Again. This thick, golden oil is more than just a cosmetic or folk remedy. It contains a high concentration of a compound called ricinoleic acid, a rare fatty acid that penetrates the skin and sinks deep into tissues. Once there, it works as a natural anti-inflammatory and analgesic, reducing swelling, improving circulation, and calming overactive nerves. Unlike pills that dull the pain temporarily, castor oil works more like a repair crew. It helps your body do what it's already capable of: heal. The results are backed by science. A 2020 study highlighted by the Arthritis Foundation followed individuals who applied castor oil packs to their knees and joints 3 times a week. After 4 weeks, inflammation markers dropped by up to 55%, and pain levels were significantly reduced. No prescriptions, no surgeries, just consistent use of a simple oil that you can apply right at home. The method is simple. Warm 1 or 2 tablespoons of castor oil until it feels pleasant to the touch. Massage it into the area where you feel pain. Knees, shoulders, lower back, wrists, anywhere. Spend a few minutes really working it in with slow circular motions. Then, cover the area with a soft cloth or towel, apply a heating pad or warm, compress, and let it sit for 30 to 45 minutes. The heat helps the oil penetrate even deeper and enhances its anti-inflammatory effect. Repeat this 2 to 3 times a week. Most people begin to notice a difference after just a couple of sessions. For some, the pain reduction is immediate. For others, it's a slow, steady fade, like clouds gradually parting to reveal a bit of sunlight. Take Mark, for example. A 59-year-old retired carpenter with knees that had borne decades of strain. He used to dread stairs. He walked with a limp. He turned down hikes and family trips because the discomfort was just too much. I handed him a bottle of castor oil and told him, "Try it. Not once, not twice. Give it 3 weeks." Week 1. Skeptical silence. Week 2. It feels warm, maybe a little easier to move. By week 3, he was walking without favoring one leg. And by the end of month 2, he was back to climbing stairs without holding the rail. That's not just pain relief. That's restoration. That's freedom returning. The best part? Castor oil doesn't just ease the pain. It supports the healing of the tissue itself. The ricinoleic acid boosts lymphatic drainage, helping your body flush out the byproducts of inflammation. It increases circulation, so more oxygen and nutrients reach damaged tissues. And it calms the nervous system response, so the body isn't in a constant state of tension or defense. And here's a little bonus. For people who suffer from tension headaches or TMJ, massaging a few drops of castor oil along the jawline, temples, or base of the skull can bring surprising relief. It soothes muscle tightness and quiets the overfiring nerves that trigger pain. Pain doesn't have to be your new normal. You don't have to live with that background noise humming in your body day after day. With consistency, patience, and a little help from nature, you can begin to take your body back, gently, powerfully, and safely. Coming up next, we'll shift our focus inward into the gut, where so many health issues begin. Because what if this same oil could help ease bloating, beat back constipation, and reignite the engine of your digestion? Stay with me. You won't want to miss what's next. Let's talk about something many of us don't mention until it becomes a daily frustration: bloating, sluggish digestion, and that uncomfortable, heavy feeling that follows meals. Our gut is where so much of our health begins, and when it's not functioning well, nothing else seems to either. Constipation, acid reflux, gas, a distended stomach. All of these aren't just annoyances. they're signs that something deeper is off balance. And while many turn to laxatives, antacids, or fiber supplements for quick relief, those options often work like a temporary patch. They force movement or suppress symptoms, but they rarely help your body return to its natural rhythm. This is where castor oil offers a very different approach. Instead of pushing the digestive system unnaturally, it stimulates it gently, encouraging it to function the way it was meant to. And it starts with one powerful ingredient: ricinoleic acid. When taken in small food-grade doses, castor oil activates receptors in the intestines that promote peristalsis, the wave-like contractions that help move food and waste through the gut. Think of it as waking up a sleepy digestive tract, not forcing it into overdrive. It's also known for soothing inflammation along the intestinal wall, reducing discomfort and promoting a healthier gut environment. In fact, a study conducted by Harvard Medical School found that castor oil relieved chronic constipation in 73% of participants within just 6 hours, without the dehydration or cramping common with synthetic laxatives. That's both fast and gentle. So how do you use it? There are 2 simple, powerful ways to tap into castor oil's gut-healing power. Internal detox drink. In the morning, before breakfast, mix 1 teaspoon of food-grade cold-pressed castor oil into a glass of warm lemon water. Sip it slowly. The lemon boosts metabolism and flushes toxins. The oil gets your system moving. Do this 2 to 3 times a week. Castor oil abdominal pack. Soak a cotton or flannel cloth in warm castor oil. Place it over your abdomen, especially the lower belly. Cover with plastic wrap or a towel, and then apply a heating pad or hot water bottle for 30 to 60 minutes. Do this while lying down, maybe with soft music or a calming audiobook. It helps reduce bloating, soothe cramps, and support lymphatic drainage. Want proof it works? Let me tell you about Cecilia. She struggled with gut issues for years, bloating after every meal, unpredictable constipation that left her feeling drained, and a stomach that always felt one wrong bite away from rebellion. She tried probiotics, digestive enzymes, and even gave up gluten for months. But nothing truly reset her system. One morning, almost as a joke, she tried the castor oil and lemon water routine. It'll be gross, she thought. But what do I have to lose? 6 hours later, she texted me. Okay, that actually worked. And over the next 3 weeks, she noticed a shift. Her bloating reduced. Her digestion became more regular. She no longer feared mealtimes. Combined with the abdominal packs a few times a week, she finally felt like her gut had found its rhythm again. Castor oil doesn't just clear the pipes. It restores balance. It supports liver function, reduces gut inflammation, and improves nutrient absorption. It helps your body return to its natural state, quiet, efficient, and comfortable. So if you've been battling a sluggish gut, it might be time to look inward, to pause, reset, and give your digestion a fresh start. No chemicals, no harsh side effects, just one ancient oil doing what it's always done, bringing the body back into harmony. And next, we'll go even deeper, into the bloodstream. Because castor oil's gifts don't end here. What if better blood flow could mean warmer hands and feet, more energy, and even support for your heart? Let's explore that next. Have you ever noticed your hands and feet feeling cold even when the room is warm? Or maybe your legs grow heavy after sitting too long, and a short flight of stairs leaves you winded. These little signs may seem harmless, but they could be telling you something important. Your blood isn't flowing as freely as it should. Poor circulation is like a quiet saboteur. It creeps in gradually and begins to affect your energy, your endurance, and even your heart. Over time, sluggish blood flow can lead to fatigue, brain fog, varicose veins, muscle cramps, and in more serious cases, increased risk for cardiovascular disease. And while most people turn to stimulants like coffee or energy drinks to push through the fog, they're really just lighting a short fuse. What your body truly needs is improved circulation from the inside out. That's where castor oil enters the picture once again. Unlike caffeine or synthetic boosters, castor oil doesn't stimulate your heart into overdrive. Instead, it works at a deeper, more sustainable level by boosting the body's natural production of nitric oxide. This powerful molecule tells your blood vessels to relax and widen, making it easier for blood to flow freely and nourish every part of you, from your toes to your brain. In a 2021 study published in the Journal of Cardiovascular Pharmacology, topical application of castor oil increased blood flow by up to 35% within just 4 weeks. That's a dramatic change, especially if you're someone who constantly deals with cold extremities, muscle tension, or slow recovery from physical activity. So, how do you harness this circulation-boosting power? Start by warming a tablespoon of castor oil between your hands or in a small bowl. Then, gently massage it into your legs, feet, or any area where circulation feels sluggish. Pay attention to spots that are cold to the touch or tend to cramp easily. Spend 5 to 10 minutes with slow, circular movements. The massage itself already helps blood flow, but when combined with the oil, it becomes a kind of moving meditation for your body. Before bed is an ideal time to do this. Not only does it relax your muscles and promote restful sleep, but it also allows the oil to work overnight while your body is in repair mode. If your feet or legs tend to swell or ache, try wrapping the area in a warm towel or placing a hot water bottle over it after the massage. This simple ritual done 2 to 3 times a week can lead to warmer extremities, lighter legs, and a newfound sense of vitality. Let me tell you about Henry, a 65-year-old retired teacher who used to dread winter. Not for the cold itself, but because his fingers and toes would go numb even inside the house. He thought it was just age catching up. But after just a month of nightly castor oil massages on his hands and calves, he felt a shift. His fingers were no longer icy. His morning walks didn't leave him breathless. And best of all, he said, it felt like someone turned the circulation switch back on. The benefits don't stop there. Improved blood flow means your muscles get more oxygen. Your heart doesn't have to work as hard, and your skin glows with better nutrient delivery. And over time, these small improvements compound, giving you more stamina, better focus, and yes, a healthier heart. So if you're feeling heavy, tired, or just not as alive as you used to, try looking at your circulation and give your blood the chance to move, feed, and heal every part of you. Because life is movement, and castor oil just might be the gentle nudge your body needs to get moving again. Coming up next, we'll explore the surface of the body, but with a deeper goal. Wrinkles, dry skin, sunspots. What if the key to restoring your skin isn't found in a $200 jar, but in this very same golden oil? Let's unlock the skin healing power of castor oil. Next, your skin tells your story. Every fine line, every sunspot, every patch of dryness. It speaks of laughter, stress, sunlight, seasons, and time. And while we may reach for expensive creams and cosmetic treatments to slow the clock, the truth is, radiant skin doesn't start at the surface. It begins with nourishment, repair, and balance deep within. Most skincare products you'll find today only scratch the surface, literally. They sit on the outermost layer, offering temporary hydration or a superficial glow. But castor oil? It dives deep. Thanks to its unique molecular structure and rich concentration of ricinoleic acid, it penetrates through multiple layers of skin, delivering nourishment where real restoration begins. Wrinkles, dullness, hyperpigmentation, uneven tone. Many of these issues stem from one root cause: the skin's declining ability to produce collagen and elastin. These are the proteins responsible for keeping your skin plump, firm, and elastic. As we age, production slows, and the skin begins to sag, thin, and wrinkle. Castor oil doesn't just moisturize, it stimulates the natural regeneration of these proteins. A 2022 study published in the Journal of Dermatological Science showed that daily application of castor oil reduced visible fine lines and increased skin elasticity in participants over a 6-week period. No harsh chemicals, no synthetic additives, just pure, cold-pressed healing. So how do you bring this to life in your routine? Each night, after cleansing your face, warm a few drops of castor oil between your palms and gently press it into your skin. Start with the driest areas, around the eyes, mouth, or forehead. Massage in circular, upward motions, allowing the oil to settle in. Because of its thickness, a little goes a long way. If you're dealing with sun damage or age spots, you can mix the oil with a spoonful of fresh aloe vera gel. This blend calms inflammation, brightens dark patches, and accelerates skin cell turnover. For people with acne-prone or sensitive skin, you might worry about applying oil to your face. But castor oil is non-comedogenic when used in moderation, and is actually antibacterial. It can help balance oil production and reduce breakouts over time, especially when paired with a proper cleansing routine. Want to amplify the effects? Once a week, treat yourself to a full castor oil facial massage. Light a candle, play some relaxing music, and take 10 minutes to slowly work the oil into your face, neck, and even your décolleté. This isn't just skincare, it's self-care. You're encouraging lymphatic flow, easing tension in the facial muscles, and giving your skin a chance to breathe and renew. Take Maria, for example. She's 54, a mother of 3, and a retired nurse. Years of shift work and sun exposure had taken a toll on her skin. She'd tried everything: night serums, vitamin C treatments, collagen masks, but nothing stuck. After 2 months of using castor oil nightly and doing weekly facial massages, she said, "I looked in the mirror and saw myself again. Not younger, but brighter, calmer, more me." That's what castor oil offers. Not a cosmetic illusion, but restoration, confidence, a return to the skin you once knew, and the vitality that still lives beneath. So if you've been feeling like your glow is gone, like your skin no longer reflects how alive you feel inside, give this simple practice a try. Let nature remind you that healing is always possible. Because beauty, true beauty, is born in the layers we don't always see, but can always nurture. And speaking of layers, next, we'll explore something even deeper. Not skin, not muscle, but your nervous system. Because castor oil has one last trick up its sleeve, helping you calm your mind, ease anxiety, and enter true, restorative rest. Let's discover the stress-relieving power of this ancient oil next. You lie in bed, exhausted. The lights are off, the house is quiet, but your mind refuses to rest. Thoughts spiral, worries replay, and the tension you carried all day seems to have followed you beneath the covers. Sound familiar? In our fast-paced world, the ability to truly unwind has become a lost art. And as we age, stress doesn't just affect our minds. It wears down our bodies, hijacks our sleep, and shortens our fuse. That's where castor oil, once again, offers a surprising gift. Not just for skin or digestion, but for your nervous system itself. Because this humble oil has the ability to tap into one of the most powerful pathways for rest and repair in the human body: the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is the command center of your parasympathetic nervous system, your body's natural rest and digest mode. When it's activated, your heart rate slows, your blood pressure drops, your breath deepens, and your body enters a state of calm. In short, you heal. And castor oil? It's been shown to stimulate the vagus nerve when applied externally, especially to the abdomen and chest. This isn't folklore. Ancient healing systems from Ayurveda to traditional Chinese medicine have long used abdominal oil massages to calm the mind and center the body. And now, modern research is beginning to uncover why it works so well. The application of warm castor oil across the stomach area activates sensory receptors that communicate with the vagus nerve, helping to dial down anxiety, promote deeper sleep, and restore nervous system balance. Here's how to use it. Just before bed, warm a tablespoon of castor oil in your hands. Gently rub it over your abdomen in slow, clockwise circles. Move up to your chest and massage the area around your diaphragm, right beneath your rib cage. As you do this, breathe deeply. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale slowly for 6. Let your body follow the rhythm. Within minutes, most people report a subtle shift. The jaw loosens, the shoulders drop, the breath flows easier. This simple routine becomes not just a way to fall asleep, but a nightly invitation to let go. For deeper benefits, pair it with mindfulness. As you massage, say to yourself, "I am safe. I am held. I am letting go." Your nervous system responds, not only to physical touch, but to the emotional tone you carry with it. Take Carla, for instance, a 61-year-old former executive who struggled with anxiety after retirement. She had trouble sleeping, found herself clenching her jaw during the day, and felt a constant hum of restlessness in her chest. After incorporating castor oil massages into her nightly routine, she noticed a gradual change. Her sleep deepened, her mornings felt softer, and perhaps most importantly, she began to feel like she could exhale again, fully. This isn't magic, it's biology, and it's your body's natural capacity to return to balance when you offer it the right tools. So the next time your thoughts race, or your shoulders tense, or your nights feel too long, remember this. Sometimes, healing isn't found in doing more. It's found in slowing down, in placing your hands on your own body with care, in trusting that softness is strength. Castor oil may be an old remedy, but its ability to help us rest, recover, and return to ourselves, that may be exactly what this modern world needs. And with that, we've reached the heart of this journey, where ancient wisdom meets modern understanding, and simple tools meet deep transformation. If you found a piece of yourself in these stories, if any part of this resonated with what you've been seeking, drop a comment below. Tell me what you're trying next. I'd love to hear your journey.